Okay, so I should have had an S. I should have had an S right here. It's half the sum of the two arcs. There's an arc up here, arc number one, arc number two. This angle right here, or this angle over here, is half of those added together, right? So, like, we could call this, I don't know, angle A right in here. So, the measure of angle A, if you want to put it down this way, the measure of angle A would be half of arc 1 plus arc 2. All right, you could do something like that. It's the average. Angle A is the average of 1 and 2 added together. Okay, so how is this problem right down here different? Ooh, well, look where the vertex is. The vertex is on the circle. The vertex was inside the circle. Okay, let me put that word right up here. Inside. Okay, the vertex is inside. The vertex is on the circle now. Well, do you remember how let's put this down in our notes. You remember how when we had an inscribed angle, the vertex was on the circle, right? So if you had that going on, there's our inscribed angle. This inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. Okay, so half the intercepted arc, half of the arc. Well, this one's the same way. It just happens to be formed by a tangent and a chord instead of two chords. This one's a tangent and a chord, but there's really this arc right here. Okay, so this angle over here is half of the intercepted arc, half the arc. Why don't we just put that down as a rule? Half of the arc. All right. Now, in my first video, I was saying how there's really kind of two rules today. The vertex that's inside the circle, and then there's the vertex outside the circle. And then I kind of hedged on this one right here. This one I feel like fits more into the inscribed angle one. Um, but we'll investigate a little bit how it might be like, it might be kind of like you could fit it into either one of these. Okay. So we'll get back to that in my third video. Okay. So I'm going to stick with the inscribed angle idea. All right. And I'm going to do one of your problems from homework. And so let's go to problem number 7. These problems take off from 7 and then they finish at problem 12. So you're going to see a tangent and you'll see a chord and they're going to ask you like find this angle. Okay. So this one should be pretty straightforward based on our notes. We're going to take half of the intercepted arc, 168 degrees. Now I say intercepted arc. Let me just emphasize that one more time. The vertex is cutting the circle right here, and then the chord comes over to here and it cuts again right there. So this is the arc. This is the arc right out here that the angle intercepts. So we want to take half of 168, which is going to be what, 84.5, I think. All right, so double check that. Try the next 6 problems in your homework. See if you can have some success. They're not all that straightforward. I want you to use some of your deductive reasoning skills and don't get frustrated if you come up against a roadblock. Don't say, oh, I can't do this. Just sit, breathe for a couple seconds, and then read the problem again, put a drawing down, mark up whatever you can, see if you can make some progress. If you can't make any progress after a minute or two, call me over. I'll help you out. All right. Thanks.